When we think of Dusty Rhodes, images of epic wrestling matches, passionate promos, and the unwavering spirit of the American dream come to mind. But beneath the surface of this larger-than-life figure was a man struggling with personal drama, family battles, and a sickness that took his life. His struggles were too outrageous, and you need to hear about them. Virgil Riley Runnels Jr., or as most folks know him, the American dream Dusty Rhodes, was a standout figure in the world of wrestling. Born on October 12, 1945, Dusty wasn't just a wrestler, he was an everyman's hero. Wrestling fans loved him because he was one of them, a regular guy reaching for the stars. Now imagine this: a three-time NWA World Heavyweight Champion who also bagged numerous other titles. Dusty's appeal wasn't just his strength, it was how he connected with the crowd. His words, his charisma, it was magnetic. Even after his wrestling days, he didn't just disappear. He became a familiar face on WWE TV and played a huge role in nurturing young talent in WWE's NXT. And here's a fun fact: Dusty was known as the son of a plumber. Why does that matter? It shows that you don't need a silver spoon to make it big. You just need grit and a bit of flair, which Dusty had in spades. Now, let's backtrack to his early days. Dusty grew up in Austin, Texas. He was quite the athlete, dabbling in baseball and football during his college days. Professional football almost happened for him, but fate had other plans. His wrestling career started in 1967, quite by chance, when he responded to a newspaper ad for a wrestling promotion in Boston. With almost no cash and zero experience, he somehow bluffed his way into the business. Talk about making an entrance. Life wasn't easy at first. Dusty spent nights in his car and one Thanksgiving in a soup kitchen, but his luck changed when he moved to the Texas wrestling scene. Under the guidance of Gary Hart, who saw potential in him from the start, Dusty's career began to take shape. His career took him around the world, from teaming up with Dick Murdoch as the Texas Outlaws to wrestling in places like Japan and Australia. But what really made Dusty stand out was how he made fans feel, like they too could chase and achieve their dreams. Vince McMahon, the WWE chairman, once said no wrestler personified the essence of charisma quite like Dusty Rhodes. And he wasn't just talking. Dusty's legacy lives on, especially with his sons, Dustin and Cody, who are keeping the Rhodes wrestling tradition alive. Speaking of his family, he did have some family battles and controversies. What exactly? Well, hear me out. His personal life, particularly his relationship with his sons, Dustin and Cody Rhodes, garnered public attention. Dusty was instrumental in introducing them to the wrestling world, where they both have carved out significant careers. This aspect of his life highlights his role as a father and mentor, further emphasizing his multifaceted impact on the wrestling industry. Not only this, Dusty's first marriage ended because he wasn't faithful, which stirred up a lot of trouble at home. He also faced battles with substance abuse, which affected him both personally and professionally. Financially, things weren't always great for Dusty. Even with all his success, he sometimes found himself in a pinch, partly because of his spending habits and business ventures that didn't work out. Professionally, Dusty was at the center of a big controversy when he clashed with Ric Flair over the big gold belt. This disagreement led to Flair leaving the company with the championship belt, causing a big fuss about who was the real champion and bringing a lot of tension to the company. Dusty also made a controversial choice when he played the Midnight Rider, a character that involved wearing blackface, which many people now see as racially insensitive. His role behind the scenes was sometimes questioned too. Some people thought he played favorites or pushed certain storylines that not everyone liked. In 1988, Dusty got fired for a match where he bled too much on purpose, breaking a new rule from the broadcasting company that wanted to keep things cleaner on TV. Despite all these issues, Dusty Rhodes is still loved by many in the wrestling world. He was known for his charisma and the real emotion he brought to his performances. His legacy in wrestling is a mix of great achievements and personal challenges. But then, tragedy struck. On a seemingly ordinary day, June 10, 2015, Dusty had a fall at his home in Orlando, Florida. Paramedics quickly took him to a nearby hospital, but sadly he passed away the next day at 69 due to kidney failure. His son, Dustin, took care of his last wishes by cremating him and spreading his ashes on a beloved ranch in November 2015. To honor Dusty, WWE held a touching 10-bell salute at the 2015 Money in the Bank event. It was a big moment. Everyone was there, from the entire WWE roster to the McMahon family, all lined up on the entrance ramp. The next night on Raw, WWE kept the tributes coming with a special video and an exclusive segment on the WE network just for him. NXT, where Dusty had been a mentor, gave him another 10-bell salute at their next show. People often say Dusty was one of the greatest wrestlers ever, and they're not just talking about his moves. He had this incredible way of captivating audiences with his words, especially during his famous Hard Times promo. It's still one of the best mic moments in wrestling history. Despite his greatness, his reigns as NWA World Champion were pretty short. The NWA didn't see him as their ideal champion, but they knew not giving him the belt would have messed with his credibility. Behind the scenes, Dusty was a guiding force for many wrestlers. While working as a backstage producer in WCW, he helped folks like Diamond Dallas Page and Missy Hyatt make their marks. Later, at WWE's NXT, he mentored future stars like Kevin Owens, Becky Lynch, and the tag team FTR, who all praise him for the lessons he taught. Recognizing his impact, NXT launched the Dusty Rhodes Tag Team Classic in August 2015, a tag team tournament in his honor that's become an annual event, even adding a women's tournament in 2021. All Elite Wrestling joined in by naming their backstage go position the Dusty Position in 2019. There's this really cool tribute to him at the WWE Performance Center too. In the promo room where he used to teach, there's a puppet of Dusty hanging up, kind of like he's still there, watching over and guiding the new talent. And Dusty's legacy even popped up in pop culture. Remember the sitcom Married with Children? They named two characters, Steve and Marcy Rhodes, as a nod to him. Plus, New Jack from ECW, known for stirring up controversy, once said Dusty was his favorite wrestler growing up. Dusty Rhodes left a lasting imprint not just in wrestling, but in the hearts of those who watched him, learned from him, and followed in his footsteps. His spirit and dedication continue to inspire and guide wrestlers and fans alike. Not only this, it was a treat to watch him wrestle. Crazy days, right? So, as we remember Dusty's journey and the lessons he taught us, let's keep his dream alive. If you found this look at Dusty Rhodes inspiring, go ahead and hit the like button. Subscribe for more awesome wrestling content. And don't forget to click the bell to get notifications for our latest videos. Drop a comment below with your favorite Dusty Rhodes memory or how he's inspired you. Let's keep the conversation going and continue to celebrate the incredible impact Dusty had on wrestling and beyond. Here's to chasing dreams and making them a reality, just like Dusty did.